Okay, so the other thing we're going to look at is the vSphere client for Windows. If you connect to the actual IP address of the hypervisor, this is the menu we got. Before we clicked on Open VMware Host Client. Now you're going to want to click on Download vSphere Client for Windows. That's going to download an executable that will let you install it. So you need to do that on a Windows machine. What if you don't have a Windows machine? Well, I've told you where you can get some Windows VMs in previous labs, so download one of those Windows VMs and load it on that. So once you get it downloaded and installed, you launch it. It looks like this. You put in the username, put in the password, and you log in. It's going to ask you if you want to view the certificate or ignore. You can ignore. We didn't install a legit certificate yet, so we'll just keep going. And hopefully it will actually connect. So now this is what it used to look like when you would manage a VMware hypervisor back in the old days. This is the vSphere client, and if you look, we have most of the same stuff we had from the other one. Here's the actual config for the hypervisor itself. If you click on these different tabs, you can look at information about the hypervisor, virtual machines, you can look at the VMs you have. You can right click and do some things with the VMs. Just some different settings in here. We're not gonna worry too much about this. The reason I'm showing you this is because you may go to work somewhere that has the older stuff. It cannot use the web interface, so you should be aware that this tool exists and you can use it. Basically, if you want to get the console, you can open the console. My VM's not running, so I guess I'll start it, see if it starts. You know, the console to get into the console. We also have we can also get to the I don't know what I just hit, the data store through here. If you go to storage, configuration, storage, data store, if you right click on that, you can browse the data store. So the same way we were browsing the data store in the other tool, we can do it in here. You know, create directories, upload files, delete files. So that's how you would access that. If you have OVF or OVA files, you can deploy them here. Why don't you go ahead and try to deploy your OVA file from before and see if that works, because this might be an option if it fails in the web interface and you want to do it through there. Alright, so it looks like my CentOS is booting the installer, which I don't really want it to do. Oh wait, yeah, I did want it to do because that was the one that I didn't finish installing. So basically I just did that to show you how to get to the console. So once you're in the console, same thing, you can manage stuff through there. Alright, so then you can close out the console, and basically this is just a different way to do the things you now do in the web interface. If you notice, when you try to launch this thing, it gives you a warning message. It says all vSphere features introduced in vSphere 5.5 and beyond are available only through the web client. The traditional vSphere client will continue to operate supporting the same feature set as vSphere 5.0. So basically they quit developing this client software and started putting all their time and effort into the web client. And if you need to do some of the newer things, you can't do it through here. The most recent version, 6.5, does not even support this client tool, so that's why we're using 6.0. So that's really all I wanted to show you about that tool, some of the basics of how to use it so you're familiar that it exists.